In the early 1890s, Frege published 3 articles to elaborate the concepts that he discussed in his first 2 books. These concepts are function, argument, concept, object, and identity. The second one, on sense and reference, is one of the key articles in philosophy of language and semantics literature, which many of you remember from the philosophy of language course. In this section, we will discuss only the first one, function and concept article. The question that Frege asks in this article is, what is a function? A preliminary answer might be, a function of x was taken to be a mathematical expression containing x or any other variable, a formula containing the letter x. Frege rejects this view. If a formula containing the letter x is a function of x, then this would be, the second one, would be a function of 1, or this would be a function of 2, or this would be a function of 4. But they are not, because these expressions refer to numbers, and as you remember from the Grundlagen, the foundations of arithmetics, numbers are self-subsistent objects for Frege, and objects and functions are distinct entities. A function is an unsaturated entity which needs to be saturated with an object. So the object that this expression refers to, something left undetermined, contains a function and an object, an argument. That's why in this functional expression we have function and argument, function with an argument. But then how can we represent a function itself? I mean function without any argument. This is Frege's way to represent a function without any argument. A function is an unsaturated entity which has gaps in it. These are the gaps as you see, and these gaps can be filled with objects. Once it is filled with this object number 1, it gives us another object, number 5. Since this notation is clumsy, thanks to Alonzo Church, we have the modern lambda notation to represent functions. We have functional expression here, and we have this lambda operator to abstract function from this expression. Since a function is an unsaturated entity, they are saturated with an object, and once they are saturated, they give us another object. One object is called argument, this one is argument, and the other one is value. The argument-value pairs of a function is called its value range. For example, the value range of this function is, the value range of this function consists of these pairs 0, 0, 1, minus 3, 2, minus 4. Even though we have 2 different functions here, they have same value range. Value range of a function is represented in this way. Frege used lower Greek letters as argument, and we have also this operator here. It binds everything here. This is the value range of the first function, and this one is the value range of the second function. So the identity between these 2 value ranges is represented in this way. Value range of the first function and value range of the first function is identical with the value range of the second function. The second question is, what is a concept? For Frege, a concept is a function, is a spatial function that takes objects and gives us truth values. Truth values are also objects for Frege. There are 2 that kind of objects. One of them is the true, and the second one is false. This is a functional expression, right? It involves in a concept, and we have here the concept abstracted from this expression. And once the gap is filled with 1, we have this expression, and this for Frege refers to the true. If the argument is 1, the value is true. If the argument is 2, the value is false. If the argument is -1, the value is true. So, a concept is a function that is defined from objects to truth values. Since a concept is a function, it has a value range. Remember value range. Value range consists of pairs, argument value pairs. 0 false, 1 true, 2 false, -1 true for this concept. Value range of a concept is called its extension. We have two different concepts here. First concept and second concept. But they have same value range. Only 1 and -1 in both cases makes them true. Value range of the first concept, or the extension of the first concept, and the extension of the second concept. The identity between extensions is formulated in this way. Extension of the first concept is identical with the extension of the second concept. Frege's function argument analysis is crucial to understand his notion of judgments. For him, all judgments involving function argument analysis, not only mathematical ones, but all judgments. As you know, Frege is the grandfather of analytical philosophy, and the analysis in analytical philosophy is deeply related to Frege's analysis of judgments. This expression expresses a judgment, and that judgment consists of a concept and n tuple of arguments. In one analysis of the judgment that its expression expresses, we have the concept here, or in lambda notation, we have this concept, which is a function, and Caesar is the argument. If Caesar is argument, then the value is true. When Socrates is the argument, the value is false. This is the lambda notation to express functions. Here we have function and argument. Function and argument. Frege's function analysis is important in the development of arithmetic, historical development of arithmetic. At least there is philosophical importance. The first level in the historical development of arithmetic is about individual numbers and basic operations like these ones. And the second level, which is more abstract, we have algebraic laws over these numbers and operations. And at the third level, it is even more abstract level. We have laws about functions themselves, not about just numbers, but functions. Laws about functions, as it is in this example, Leibniz's rule, product rule. Derivation of this multiplication with respect to x is represented in this way. So this is a law about two functions. The next level, which is Frege's level, is the conception of second level functions. First level functions are functions that take objects as their arguments, and second level functions take functions, first level functions, as their arguments. This quotation is very important to understand Frege's metaphysics in function and concept, or in other articles, which you can find at the end of this article, function and concept. Instead of the second level functions, one can deal in further advances with first level functions. So practically you can do everything with the first level functions with further advances. At least you can try to do. But there comes the metaphysical part. But this does not banish from the world the difference between first level and second level functions. For it is not made arbitrarily but founded deep in the nature of things. So the distinction between first level functions and second level functions, the distinction is real, not our creation. not subjective. It is part of the nature, part of the reality. So this is the end of function and concept article. Thanks for listening.